Hello, I'm Dr. Don Newberry, the idle American in Fort Worth. Today, life by the numbers. Whether we bow in reverence to statistics or become nauseous dealing with mounting numbers we engulf daily, most of us cling tight to peace and goodwill wherever we can find it. Foundational to both is Christian commitment guiding folks down life's highway. In the numbers department, the beginning of baseball season means that we're about to be barraged by game statistics. In this piece, I will cite an unbelievable stat that likely never will be broken. Stay tuned. One Bobby Richardson, however, continues to be admired and respected by all who know him, and he's 90 now, and a 24/7 caregiver for his wife of 70 years in their hometown, Sumter, South Carolina. Anyways, we're going to be bombarded by baseball statistics, but none, for the record, I'm suggesting, that belongs to Richardson. And following is a testimony to the lives he has influenced. He was a hero to many and still is. Old-timers remember this storied major leaguer who played for the Yankees 1955 through 1966 as a stellar second baseman, but few likely knew of his deep Christian faith. One of his stats is worthy of entry and purest gold in the Lamb's Book of Life. Unashamedly a preacher man, his life story continues to inspire. He's a corner post in the fence row of life, as respected as they come. It's impressive to learn details of his sports exploits, and even more admirable is his life beyond the diamond, one with Jesus Christ at its center, with love of family and others right behind. Okay, if you're still listening, your immediate concern is the stat I promised a few minutes ago. Let us first switch from the physical to the spiritual. For each Yankee teammate who have passed, and most of them have passed, he has conducted all the funerals. One was for the great Mickey Mantle, who was on his deathbed accepting Christ, with Richardson alongside the bed. While on the subject of statistics, here's one that won't occur, but oh, how I'd like to see come pass. I'm sickened by most major NCAA decisions made in recent years. It favors perhaps 1% of the players and coaches, and the rest can but shake their heads, I suppose. Having discussed bloated salaries with a smattering of coaches, I've learned that all are critical of the NCAA today, including 100% agreement with paying coaches and athletes multi-million-dollar salaries. How, pray tell, did college and university presidents sign off on this? Likely it's that a few zealous board members thought this to be a good thing. Well, it's all about money, and the NCAA letters might as well stand for National Cash Athletic Association instead of National Collegiate Athletic Association. Disenchantment generally is that the NCAA is loose from its moorings, particularly with policies concerning salaries, portals, and big bucks for athletes, as well as policies, in fact, that discourage teamwork, respect, loyalty, and commitment. New to the list? Gambling. And rapidly increasing gambling companies now are sponsoring athletic contests, for crying out loud. Surprisingly, the NCAA is suing one gambling company, DraftKings, for copyright infringements. Stay tuned. Maybe if both groups ever run out of money, they could foster a truce, and this time get things back to a more amateur status. The nation wants it. Perhaps ignition for unjustified and unimaginable salaries began 44 years ago at Texas A&M University, where Coach Jackie Sherrill signed a 6-year contract worth $1.6 million. That's petty cash these days for a double handful of coaches and maybe 4 handfuls of athletes. More, screamed too many in our world. many of whom already have too much. Backpage news is that Netflix, popular with millions, is quietly announcing charges increasing by $1 or $2 a month. Such increases come often, however, and there are those who think that the name instead of Netflix perhaps ought to be Grossflix. On Newberry in Fort Worth, good day.